This Good Morning Northwest Morning Sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It's 6:53. Let's get you ready to take on your Wednesday with the Morning Sprint.
Emily Bloom is telling us about some snow and slick roads as we start our day.
Yeah, Destiny Richards is live with how that weather is affecting your drive.
But first, let's get to Sydney Charles with details on how a computer outage at the FAA canceled or delayed a lot of flights across the country this morning.
That's right. The FAA says normal air traffic operations are resuming gradually across the U.S. following an overnight outage to the Notice to Air mission system that provides safety info to flight crews. We still do not know what caused the initial outage, but the White House is promising to investigate the issue at hand. The White House press secretary has released a statement about the outage, saying that the president has been briefed by the Secretary of Transportation this morning. She says there is no evidence of a cyber attack at this point, but the Department of Transportation will continue to investigate. Coverage on the very latest with the FAA failure will continue on Good Morning America.
Spokane is in a housing crisis with nearly half of the population renting their homes or apartments. Landlords and tenants met last night with Spokane city leaders about the future of renting in Spokane. This packed meeting was the first with both landlords and tenants together. In November, the Spokane City Council deferred a landlord-tenant ordinance for more feedback. Mayor Nadine Woodward and council member Michael Cathcart and Karen Stratton were there. Both sides are passionate about how they want or don't want the city involved.
The city's apartment inventory is nearly 25,000 units fewer than it should be, so the city says it's approving new family housing projects as fast as it can, the newest one being built in North Spokane. Spokane is trying to incentivize developers by waiving property taxes for the first 8 to 12 years after construction. The hope is that this will create a chain reaction, generating more inventory, lowering the price of homes, and providing opportunities for families to own their own property.
In his annual State of the State address, Washington Governor Jay Inslee reflected on policies that were passed in the last year, including funding for housing. The governor saying the state is short 81,000 housing units, and that number is rising every year. To help increase housing, Inslee wants to spend $4 billion that he says will significantly speed up construction of the thousands of new units. That includes new shelters, supportive and affordable housing.
And we do have some freezing rain and light snow moving across the region through the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area this morning. That is certainly going to be impacting your morning commute. Patchy fog for the remainder of our Wednesday. We have rain and snow returning to the region on Thursday with widespread showers and then above average temperatures for at least the next couple of days.
And we have been driving around this morning, checking out those slick roads right here on South Grand Boulevard. You can already see just how shiny it is, and this is going to be the case for most of our main roads today. Side roads, though, have been made slick by the flurries that have been falling throughout the morning. It's kind of going back to a light freezing rain right now, but just be careful of the slickness. It can definitely sneak up on you, especially when you're getting on and off the highway and going through intersections. As we've been saying all morning, take it easy and give yourself time to get to where you need to go.
Well, a man accused of randomly attacking multiple people last month in downtown Spokane and North Spokane has now been accused of killing a man in Deer Park. One of the random attacks was caught on camera. You see it right here. In the Deer Park murder case, Spokane police believe Gary Alt broke into Richard Purdy's home and killed the 83-year-old. DNA found at the crime scene where Purdy was killed was matched to Alt through a combined DNA index system search. Alt was already in custody when deputies made that DNA match. He's now charged with 3 counts of assault, first-degree burglary, and first-degree murder. You can read more details about the crimes Alt is accused of right now on KXLY.com.
Infighting within the ranks of the Spokane County Commissioners last night. Just hours after they elected Mary Cuney as their new chair, the other 2 Republicans on the board criticized the choice, saying she will not be an effective leader because she broke ranks and voted for herself, effectively creating a Democratic majority.
Spokane's Parks Department is dealing with small intruders that are damaging its properties. Pine beetles are invading and living inside the trees at Downriver Golf Course, destroying the trees' vital systems and killing them. 5% of the trees in the course are already dead, so the city is now taking action to protect the rest of them. It's partnering with the Department of Natural Resources and Urban Forestry to cut down nearly 200 trees that have been affected. All right, a final check of the weather with our Emily Bloom is coming up right after this 1 minute and 15-second break.